Hey everyone! Welcome to the stream. This is Accounting Nightmare. It's been a while since I watched this.
Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must then, but we scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
I forgot how good this song is in this cinematic. Welcome Tag, welcome Walken. Been a while since you stayed up late enough to catch one of my streams. Ah, yeah, it's been a while since I streamed really, apart from my raid streams. Streaming my all my static raids, and those are a much later hour than I usually stream since there's an Aussie prime time. But I feel well enough to stream today, so I'd like to get another role quest done. I love Endwalker so much. I love this game so much. I'm so glad I got into it. Oh, good cinematic. Alright. Maxed out all the free trial jobs. Everything's at 60. Oh, congrats. Nice. Yeah, I've been working on the raid with my static. Killed the first two bosses. We're working on the third. The Phoenix. That's been a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying raiding in this game. Great. I haven't actually logged in today. Did I sell anything? Ooh, sold a few things. Cool. I'll update those later. Oh right, we were working on the role quests. What am I looking for? New Game Plus. Yeah, that kind of tells me what I'm done with. Oh, the healer ones were so good. Enjoyed the tank ones. Yeah, we did melee DPS. Yeah, so we've got physical, ranged, and caster left to go. So we're going to do physical range today, I think. I think that's the Doma one. Also, I should show you some cool mounts I got yesterday. The Phoenix. Yeah, the Phoenix. Not Phoenix. Legally distinct from Phoenix. The Phoenix. Yeah, that's totally understandable, Tag. That's alright. Yeah, the raids have been so fun. Oh. Yeah, this is my new favourite mount. Ah! We did some mount farming last night, and I got Omega. I got my own alien robot crab friend. It's great. I must shrink or something when I go in it. Just kind of disappear. Right. Also got... Yeah, we did some Omega Savage farming to get these mounts. I also got the Air Force mount. Nyom! This one's great too. Just a little airplane. Tiny little thing. So I have two new favourite mounts. Oh, this because it's so small, it feels like you're going really fast on this thing. Your character's like really hunched in there. Great. Mum, can we have Phoenix? No, we have Phoenix at home. We got nearly 1,000 hours out of a free trial. That is amazing. That's great. Good mount. Yeah, and the other Omega mount, you actually haven't tried it yet. It's the Ultra Roit. Where is it? Ultra Roit. Big snake thing. Oh, did I show? I got Heidelin's mount from Heidelin Extreme. A lynx of divine light, which could be what a certain Will of the Star might look like as a large winged feline. Very pretty. Shiny light cat. Where's the Ultra Roit? It's in here somewhere. I thought it would be next to these two, but it's not. Page 1? Ah, it's on page 1. This is the first Omega Savage mount. Oh, this thing's huge. Big snake. The Zodiac version will make a sweet dark mount, or yeah, I'll have to farm the Zodiac, try and get that one. Got to collect the mounts, make the number go up. Thing's pretty cool. Okay, let's go to. Oh no, that's not the place. Redzethan. There's a maintenance tomorrow. It's patch 6.11a, which it sounds like a bug fix patch. It's probably something to do with the lottery stuff. I was hoping it was going to be the Hildebrand and Omega quests, but I don't think those are coming in yet, so have to wait a bit longer for those. Right, my only level 90 physical ranged so far is Bard. So we're going Bard. High-end content's so fun. Oh, been really enjoying it. Alright. The Domans. Actually, I'll swap to another class, see what you say. I know I talked to you last time, but I don't remember. The blasphemy that plagues Doma makes its home in the sky, far beyond the reach of even our finest samurai and shinobi. We seek the aid of an expert marksman to pluck the beast from the heavens. Ah, okay. Makes sense. Seeds of Disquiet. The Doman delegate is seeking able-bodied adventurers on behalf of Lord Hien. Do mine eyes deceive me? Lady Melchan? Oh, thank the Kami. Lord Hien has requested assistance in the resolution of a most urgent matter. The hunt for a fell beast, believed to be a blasphemy. Though we have made great strides in ensuring the safety of our people, we fear even our finest shinobi will be no match for this enemy, for it commands the skies of Doma. But as your talent for striking down foes at a distance is beyond compare, I can think of no one better to aid us in overcoming this adversary. 'Twould be my pleasure. Well, if no other marksman is up to the task, 'twould be my pleasure. Oops. Oh, Kami be praised! I shall inform Lady Yugiri that she may receive you at the Doman Enclave. Safe travels, Lady Melchan. Nice. Hard to find groups that want to do old extremes synced. Yeah, it's, you might, what data center were you on again? Because there might be like a Discord with a community who likes to do that stuff. Yeah, here on Materia, there's a chat channel, EX Or extreme, minimum item level, no echo. Where they organise some nice old synced runs, so you might be able to find a community. Aether. Okay, yeah, you might be able to find like an Aether Discord with people who like to do that stuff. Yeah, because I'm hoping to do more of that stuff myself too. There's so much fun content that you can still check out in this game. Lady Ugiri will await your arrival at the Doman Enclave. Safe travels, and may the Kami speed your way. The Enclave. I'll just go through the teleport menu. Hey Agnika, welcome. Just to have to finish finals. Oh, like exams. Robot. Sunbreak. Oh, is Sunbreak out yet? I've really got to play Monster Hunter Rise. Good luck with your finals, Agnika. It is good to see you, Melchan. When we received word that you, of all people, had answered our call, I could scarcely believe it. Yet here you are. Lord Hien will be pleased for this reunion. If you would wait here a moment. Yay! Get to hang out with Hien and Ugiri again. I love them. Well, well, that the Kami should guide your steps to our door once more, and with such fortuitous timing. Pray forgive me for not affording you a hero's welcome, but time is not on our side. Not long after receiving word of men transforming into hideous beasts in Thavnir, a similar creature was born of a woman in Asari. After attacking another villager, it took to the skies and fled, though to where we know not. An all too cruel twist of fate, for the one slain was among the prisoners returned to us in that deplorable exchange with the Sahi in the Empire, just when they had at last begun to piece their life back together. This blasphemy must be stopped. Alas, our foe is one to keep to the skies, well beyond the reach of our samurai and shinobi. Thus did we seek the aid of those proficient in ranged combat, able to pluck the beast from the heavens. Of course, martial prowess alone will not solve our problems. Others have turned into weaker but no less gruesome abominations, as was the case in Thavnir, and their numbers increase by the day. From what I understand, this phenomenon is not unlike a sickness, which spreads by feeding on fear and anxiety, emotions which, of late, can be found in abundance. Slaying the beast means nothing if the people's hearts cannot be put at ease. Lord Hien! Uh-oh. You have to help! The villagers! They... Sir, please, calm yourself and tell us what happened. Another has been turned in Namai, my lord. For a blessing, no one was harmed when the beast flew into a rage, but the people are in a panic. I fear what may happen next. It would seem we have even less time than I thought. Worry not, we will see to the beast. As of yet, there is no cure for this affliction, but we will save what lives we can, I promise you. I trust you are ready to join the fray? It was last seen near the glittering basin. Come, I will show you. nice. They brought me right there. June 30th. Ah, cool. Daemon X Machina. Oh, yeah. I keep hearing that that game's really fun. They put it on Steam too, didn't they? Without a cure, we've no choice but to cut them down before they can cause more harm. Still no sign of the beast. Or any other, for that matter. There's a wind sprite. Does that count? No? Okay. The beast was right here. I swear it. I thank you for leading us here, but it is not safe. Please, return to your village. We should split up if we're to have any chance of finding it. Melchan, would you see to the west? I will search in the north. Ugedi, I'll leave the east to you. If you find it, remember, these blasphemies are no longer people. They will not hesitate to strike you down, so you mustn't either. Now, let us not waste any more time. These role quest stories are all so sad. Ah, Epic gave that away for free. Nice. Whee! Alien battle crab. Uh-oh. How do I play Bard again? Boom! Are you all right? We heard shouting and came as fast as we could. It would appear Melchan arrived not a moment too soon. Why? Why did you kill my brother? Oh, this is already horrifying. Your brother? Young man, that creature was not your kin. Not anymore. Had she not laid it to rest, it would have killed you, and countless others. But if your heart cries out for one to blame, let it be me. The beast was slain at my behest, for it was the only way. No. No, you're wrong. You killed him. Murdered him. I hate you. Is there? What are you doing here? Oh, it's him. Searching for Tonbo, though clearly you found him first. The monster was his older brother, as you may have guessed, and Tonbo gave chase the moment it ran off. I beg you forgive him for his outburst. His brother was all he had left. Their father was conscripted by the Empire and was, regrettably, not among those returned to us in the recent exchange of prisoners. The hope they might one day be reunited was their only comfort when the Viceroy still ruled. I can only imagine how they felt when she walked into Asari, a shadow of her former self. Suyu may have had no memories of the monster she was, but her victims still see her in their dreams. Nevertheless, like many, the brothers prayed your mercy would see their family restored. But then they learned of her death and of their father's absence. Deprived of hope and of hate all at once, they had nothing. My apologies for rambling. No, it was a rather enlightening tale. I spared the woman who brought him pain, and took the brother who brought him comfort. I would hate me too. Oh. I swear I will set things right for Tonbo, for all the people of Doma. Please, return home, Issei, and be safe. Let us return to the Doman Enclave. This ordeal has given me much to consider. I do not envy Lord Hien the burden now thrust upon him, but he shall not have to bear it alone. I owe you a great debt for your timely assistance, and an apology, for I have made you an executioner in young Tonbo's eyes. Would that I had been the one he witnessed cut down the beast his brother had become. But we haven't time to dwell on regrets and what should have been. No, we need to take action. And after hearing of Tonbo and his brother, I believe I know what must be done. A great many of our brothers and sisters will return to us in the prisoner exchange, but even so, there are those who yet remain lost to us. Meanwhile, Yotsuyu, who was directly responsible for much of our people's suffering, was never held to account for her crimes. In death, she claimed vengeance for her suffering at the hands of her brother, but it came at the expense of justice for her countless victims. The people of Doma have every right to resent me for failing them in their grief, but what of those who cannot bring themselves to do even that, who are left alone with their anger and their pain? It may well give way to despair, and then they would share the same fate as Tonbo's brother, yes. Which is why we must needs consider who else might share in his anguish, ere we find ourselves beset by more beasts. I will begin making rounds of the villages to inquire after those whom their neighbours believe are more distressed of late. Very good. I and the other shinobi shall continue our search for the blasphemy which set these events in motion. And you, my friend, we will have need of your talents again ere long. Rest assured, we will keep you apprised of our findings. Yugiri! When the Kami answer. Lord Hien's extended absence from the Enclave does not sit well with Yugiri. Ah, Melchan. We have yet to ascertain the whereabouts of the blasphemy from Isari, but, for a blessing, we have received no reports of others that have turned. Lord Hien, for his part, has made a concerted effort to go about the villages and converse with his subjects directly. I suspect his constant presence has served to allay the people's fears. As one might expect, he has ever been dedicated and diligent, but I fear he has been away over long. I thought to go and visit what should have been his last destination, Isari. Might I ask you to accompany me? Thank you. I'm sure there is no cause for concern, but nevertheless, I should be glad to find him quickly. in Asadi. Oh, yep, little fishing village. So this is where the blasphemy came from. So did you notice that Omega has a little face on its back? A bit creepy. Just a bit. Got some cool little alien script here. Can't wait to see what those Omega quests are going to be like. Thank goodness we found him. But why has he remained here so long, I wonder? No-chan, you giddy. My apologies if I gave you cause for concern. Assessing the state of affairs here in Asadi has proven difficult. To put it simply, the people, one and all, refuse to speak with me. They simply bow their heads and turn away at my approach. Aww. Knowing the blasphemy originated here, I cannot help but wonder if that has aught to do with their silence. Perhaps you could attempt to engage with the people in my stead. Surely they have no cause to deny the two of you. I should hope not. Nevertheless, I will don a disguise, lest I draw undue attention. Come, Mel-chan, let us see what we can discover. Thank you. Both of you. You just wanted an excuse to use a disguise, didn't you? Do the people here not wish for the monstrosity to be laid low and for peace to reign once more? Why have they elected to behave in this manner? Burly villager. How you doing, Burly? I owe a great debt to Lord Hien. If not for him, I would still be fighting under the Imperial standard. But the village suffered dearly under the occupation. What's more, our Lord failed to punish the Viceroy for her crimes, and failed to reunite many with their loved ones. I understand why some would think poorly of him, even if I do not. Many villagers were heartbroken when they learned that their loved ones were not included in the prisoner exchange. Even so, I wish they would not lay all blame for that at the feet of Lord Hien. A blasphemy? You are mistaken, my friend. Our village was visited not by a monster, but a kami. Izanami. Oh dear. Where Lord Hien is cold and callous, she offers us boundless compassion and love. Oh, okay. Oh dear. Praise be to Izanami, goddess of creation and bringer of death. Oh no. Oh no. Aye, that's right. The blasphemy was born of a young woman here in Asadi. Tragic, really. Every day she prayed for the safe return of her husband, but it was not to be. If I'm to be honest, I fear the loss drove her poor stepmother mad. Kisei has ever been a devout believer in the kami and their blessings, but she's somehow convinced herself that Minato has become one. The delusions of a grieving parent, obviously, but an alarming number of people have come to share in her belief. Heresy is what it is. The people's misplaced faith in this false Izanami worries me. Something must be done about this, and soon. Oof, yeah, this is a very bad situation. Ah, she's in a disguise. That's cool. The situation here in Isari is complicated, to say the least. I see. Little wonder why they would refuse to confide in me. The belief held by some that this blasphemy is a kami, however, is quite concerning. Izanami presides over life and death. She gave birth to the nation of Doma, and ushers souls of the departed unto the land of the dead. Oh. That sounds like, Noldful. I trust you understand what it would mean to deny them a source of hope in such dark times, even one such as this. The villagers also claim this Kisei can speak with the dead. In fact, she'll be holding a gathering to demonstrate her powers ere long. The perfect opportunity to gauge the extent of their fanaticism. Not for me, of course. My presence would draw undue attention. Might I ask you both to attend in my stead? Her followers will be gathering in the tavern. Come. Speak with the dead. O spirits of Isari, I beseech you, lend me your voice, and let your presence be known. Cross the veil, and be among us once more. Akitsu. Father? Still tending the nets, like I taught you? Yes, Father. Every day. Thanks to you, we never want for fish. Our bellies are never empty. I am proud to be your son. I was always too embarrassed to tell you before, but... And I am proud to have been your father. May you be ever blessed by the sea's bounty. It hurts. Father? What's wrong? He is in terrible pain, my child. Those who have cheated death's design yet live. It has disrupted the natural order, and the spirits suffer for it. What must we do to ease their pain? Oh no. Fear not. Izanami shall put all to rights. She will claim the souls not long for this world, and deliver them unto the hereafter. When her work is finished, your father's spirit and all the others will find peace. Oh, this is fucked. Can you find my father? Can you help me speak with him? Kisei, can you commune with my husband? What about my family? Help me, Kisei, please. Well, I have no idea what we should do about this. She seemed convincing enough, but was that truly Akitsu's father that spoke through her? So, is Kisei's ability all that she claims? A young man spoke with his dearly departed father through her? I find that rather hard to believe. Even so, those in attendance appeared quite convinced, my lord. And I suspect a great many of the villagers I've spoken with recently are as well. Everywhere I went, the people were in so much pain, and there was nothing I could do or say to give them solace. Yet for all their anguish, there has been not a single report of villagers turning since the incident with Tonbo's brother. Which can only mean word of Kisei and her ability to speak with the deceased has spread. The belief we can commune with our loved ones in death is a comfort, far beyond my power to provide. Though I fail to see how the people would abide the kami claiming innocent lives to restore order. She comes! Izanami! The blasphemy? Here? Lord Heian, the kami, she appeared as if from nowhere, and in the next instant this poor man was... So we were too late. I spoke with him before in Asari. Wasn't he one of the villagers returned in the prisoner exchange? Yeah, no, he was the conscript. Aww. You recognize him then? Curious that he and the blasphemy's first victim were former conscripts. What could the fiend be after, I wonder? It does not become my lord to speak ill of the kami. I understand you are come to investigate the rumours of a monster born in our village. A blasphemy, you called it. But you are sorely mistaken. My stepdaughter, Minato, was chosen to serve as a vessel for Izanami. I witnessed her ascension with my own eyes. Oh dear. Sad flashback. Yeah, Bard has some incredible glamours. Also, welcome, freak. Good to see ya. Minato, please. I can't. I won't. There's no logic in it. No justice. The Witch of Doma spared, given a second chance. And my husband, condemned to die as a conscript. I'll never know what became of him. Lord Heian can't give me even that. And when I look at the families he made whole, at their happiness, I feel the hole in my heart. the gaping wound that will never heal, begin to bleed. Only at my beloved's side will I find peace. You mustn't lose faith, Minato. All will be well. Trust in the Kami, in Izanami. I want to believe, but... Whoa. It's a big one. Izanami is come to bring peace to the souls of the departed, to restore balance between their world and ours. Surely you would not dare defy the will of the Kami? This balance you speak of has claimed the lives of 2 innocents but recently returned to us. I cannot, I will not, accept that the Kami would condone such cruelty. No crueler than the sight of Yotsuyu free and forgiven, while my husband and son fought Garlemald's wars, now dead and forgotten in a foreign land. With all due respect, Lord Heian, is it not your duty to protect Doma and her people? How are we to place our faith in the man who places the enemy's safety and well-being above that of his own subjects? Only the Kami are deserving of our adoration, as they have always been. Hey Mia, welcome. Good to see ya. Yep, this is really compelling. Are you all right? For a moment you seemed unwell. The villagers are no doubt loath to ask it of me, but preparations must be made for burials and funeral rites. I can offer that much, at least. You seemed distracted during our conversation with Kisei. Is something the matter? I had a plot headache. The echo and the blasphemy was indeed born of her stepdaughter. To bear witness to such horror, how her mind must have struggled to comprehend what she saw. And as a woman of faith, perhaps her only surviving family becoming one with the divine was the only reality with which she could come to terms. I believe I know now what must be done. I but pray her fervour does not drive her to oppose us. Come, let us return to the Enclave. Jeez. Taking out her grief in a way that harms everyone left. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've been having such a good time with the raiding. I look forward to my raid every week. I'm even enjoying the Fireburb. What do you suppose Lord Heian intends to do? From what you told me of your vision, the nature of Minato's despair, as well as the focus of her ire, is clear. 'Tis plain she was a good-natured and kind-hearted woman, grieving for the loss of her husband. This loss alone may not have been enough to turn her, but my failure to hold Yotsuyu to account, together with the sight of other families reunited, compounded the turmoil in her broken heart. A path to despair paved by my good intentions, a truth that will weigh heavy on my conscience unto my dying day. Oh. Minato was prepared to die in sadness rather than live in hatred. If she could see the beast she has become, she would implore us to stop her. Which is why we must find the others who will return to us in the prisoner exchange, before they come to harm. Once their safety is assured, we may hunt down the blasphemy and bring a close to this tragedy. How do we do that without triggering more transformations, though? Home no longer. There is work to be done, yet Yugiri appears reluctant to take action. Ah, Mel-chan. If you are come to ask after the blasphemy, I have naught to share. As of yet, our shinobi have seen no sign of the beast. The returnees, however, are all accounted for, and Lord Hien has seen them safely to the Kienkan. As such, he is presently assisting with the hunt. For a blessing, there have been no reports of other villagers turning. And yet, before the situation takes a turn for the worse, there is a matter I feel warrants further investigation. Kisei. Though a villager of Isari, I suspect she may, in fact, hail from my home, Sui no Sato. Oh. Knowing they would be loath to answer my inquiries, I entreated the Kojin to contact Sui no Sato in my stead. To hear tell of it, Princess Kurenai has made great strides in establishing stronger ties with the outside world. At mention of Kisei, however, their cordial warmth turned strangely cold. If we are to learn more, I fear we have little choice but to go and speak with the people of Sui no Sato ourselves. A simple visit for you, I imagine, but my banishment complicates matters. That said, it has been many years since I left home. Were I to disguise myself, I might well go unnoticed in your company, if you are willing to take the risk. Yeah. Thank you. Let us make for Onokoro then. Yes, they're much easier to prepare for. That's one of the things I really love. So to prepare for a raid, you bring your consumables, which is a food buff, a potion, and that's kind of it. Make sure your gear's repaired. Make sure you set up your gear right with your melds, which I haven't done that with this class because this isn't my main, but that's kind of all you have to do. There aren't massive preparations to do like in WoW Classic. There isn't huge grinding like in WoW Retail. Yeah, you just get in there and go. It's fantastic. Most of the preparation is like researching the fight so you know more of what you're getting into. Another disguise. She loves her disguises, doesn't she? The garments I wore when we first met. Sufficient, I think, to conceal my identity. Oh, I thought it looked familiar. How many years has it been since last I saw home? Oh. I am a shinobi of Doma, aye, but even as a child, I sought to ensure the safety and survival of Sui no Sato. I was quite bold in those days, if not a touch reckless, and together with the other children, I often ventured beyond the borders of home. We yearned for adventure, and so one day we sought to behold the wonders of Doma. Imagine our horror to discover a city of ruin and ash, Imperial soldiers marching through the streets. We fled at the sight, but in my haste, I lost my way in the bamboo groves. It was there I first met a young boy named Shun, a sweaty mess as he swung his wooden sword with reckless abandon, training to fulfill his duty as a samurai, he said. Having seen the destruction of which the Empire was capable, I too felt the need to protect my home. I joined him in his exercises, and every day my resolve to protect those I love grew. Sadly, my elders refused to listen. They were content to remain hidden beneath the waves, and hopefully the Empire's notice. With a heavy heart, I left in search of the strength I believed we sorely needed, and I found it as a shinobi. But the people feared war and conflict would follow on my heels should I return. I do not begrudge them their decision, nor do I regret mine own. Part of me is overjoyed at the thought of seeing home again. Openly defying the wishes of the Ruby Princess, however, would bode ill for my family. They have suffered enough for my transgressions. That is why, for their sake, I would remain naught but a faceless shinobi at your employ. Thank you. With that in mind, let us make for Sui no Sato. Aww. Such a shame she's... Oh, yep, she's... Oh. Just... Oh my god, what nostalgia. Fantastic. It's so sad though that she's having to hide her identity. All these years, yet naught appears to have changed since the day I left. But now is not the time to reminisce. We have work to do. Kisei's departure from Sui no Sato was likely decades ago. Perhaps the village elders will know why she chose to leave. Yugiri is accompanying me. Yo! So many fond memories. Pay no mind to my idle musings. Lead on. Alright, any conversation points? Oh, don't think so. Hello, don't mind my shinobi friend. She's definitely not someone who was outcast and banished. Kisei? The name sounds familiar, and yet... Apologies, friend. My memory is not what it once was. Let us seek out another. I pray you find what you seek. Honestly, I'm friends with the Ruby Princess. Maybe she could let you back in? Maybe? I gave her lots of custom deliveries. It has been quite some time since last I heard that name. She was a priestess of the village, banished after drawing the ire of the former Ruby Princess. What has become of her after all these years, I wonder? Please, is there anything else you can tell us? Unagi was quite close with her, if memory serves. Perhaps you should seek her out. Mother. Oh. I had hoped to avoid my parents, but if there is no other way, Mo-chan, might I ask you to take the lead? Unagi and Kisei were good friends once upon a time. If anyone can tell you more of Kisei, it would be her. Awkward. Gonna stomp around in my cool robot. Did I lose you, Giddy? Nope. Yay! I say, are you not the adventurer who aided Yugiri in Doma's liberation? 'Tis good to see you again. To what do we owe the honour of your visit? Okay, well, first off, this definitely is not Yugiri. Wink, wink. Kisei. Yes, we were close, but that was a long, long time ago. Still, if I can be of assistance to the woman to whom we owe so much, I will share all I know. Kisei was born to a family of priests, and even at an early age, she was possessed of extraordinary abilities. Much was expected of her, but everything changed the day she said she could speak with the dead. Wow, okay, so that's not a new thing. No one believed her at first, but she continued to insist she could, and strove to prove it by demonstrating knowledge well beyond her years, knowledge of events to which she could not have been privy. Maybe she's got the echo. And she's using the echo to pretend? Word of her talent eventually reached the Ruby Princess, and she was summoned to Shisui of the Violet Tides for a private audience. No one knows what Kisei said to her in the palace, only that the princess was incandescent with rage and ordered her exile forthwith. Some believe Kisei revealed a terrible secret of the royal house, or perhaps spoke a blatant falsehood that proved her a liar. Indeed, the knowledge she claimed to divine from the dead was not always truthful, but who was to say the dead would know the truth or not seek to deceive? Thus could we never be certain if it was simply a fantasy or a power divine. The one thing that is certain is that no small number of people found comfort in her words. Would that I could tell you more, but sadly I have not seen or spoken with Kisei since her banishment. Forgive me, but have we met your companion before? She looks familiar. I believe this is the first time our humble shinobi has visited Suino Sato. I imagine she does, considering she's you. Oh, I have to see what happens. I gotta. You could not possibly know me. I am but a lowly shinobi of Doma, nothing more. Being a shinobi, I presume you have heard tales of Yugiri Mistwalker. Should you chance to meet her, may I ask you to deliver her a message? Tell her that her mother and father love her, that we could not be more proud of her. Oh, I will. I have no doubt she feels the same, and not a day goes by without you in her thoughts. Aww. This is very wink wink, nudge nudge. They definitely know. I believe we have heard enough. Shall we return to Onokoro? Yeah, we better, before I blow your cover. No thoughts, head empty. Yep, I'm too busy thinking about P3S mechanics. Yeah. My apologies for placing you in so peculiar a situation. Though I must confess, it did my heart good to see Mother and Father well. All the more reason I must do all I can to keep the peace. As a shinobi of Doma, no, as a member of the Eastern Alliance. Mayhap there will come a day when Sui no Sato opens to the world. A day when Yugiri Mistwalker can be reunited with her mother and father. Would that Lord Hien could be afforded the same opportunity. Aww. But Lord Kayan and Lady Mina have long since passed. Two of too many lives lost in the Imperial occupation. I cannot imagine he would ever succumb to despair, but make no mistake. Lord Hien knows the pain of his people all too well. I can see it in his eyes, and if I may be honest, it troubles me at times. But perhaps I have said too much. Come, we mustn't keep him waiting. He is pretty alone, apart from Yugiri. For a blessing, Onokoto appears to be untouched by the recent chaos. For now, at least. Welcome back. I trust your journey proved an enlightening one? So she does, in fact, hail from Sui no Sato. And you say she has possessed these divine gifts since childhood? Genuine or no, the people believe her, and more flock to her side with every passing day. But the returnees are safe at the Kienkan, its defences bolstered. As for the blasphemy, I have spoken with our Confederate allies, among others, and together we will establish a network of contacts across the length and breadth of Doma to take up the search in earnest. Mark my words, we will find it. This might be a good time to take a break and go feed Cleo before I get started on the next quest and stuff starts to happen. Armed and ready to leave the Enclave. Yeah, okay, it sounds like we're about to go track down the blasphemy. Not kill it yet, because it's only level 88. But stuff's probably about to happen, so I'm going to set off the cat alarm, and we shall have a cat. I shall magically make a cat appear with only this noise. This sound can create cat. I don't hear her. The summoning, yes. Our summoning magic. Here we go. Hello? Hello, sweetie. Chin. What a good cat. Alright, gonna go feed her. Take a little break. About 10 minutes. Idling camera. Yeah. And I shall be back. Okay. I'm back. What is that? Close up of a pot, I think it was. That was a very powerful summoning ritual I did. I didn't just summon Cleo, I also summoned Steve with KFC. Ah, yeah, go for it. I don't have it, so... Yeah, sorry, just talking to Steve. Nice, yeah, so KFC is hot and spicy at the moment, and I adore hot and spicy. Oh. So he's got some of that for me. Nice. So I will keep going with the stream, and it's just after the stream I'll just heat it up in the microwave. Got some delicious chicken for dinner. Alright. Back to pain and despair. The devoted daughter. Yugiri appears armed and ready to leave the Enclave, which can only mean one thing. Gonna go fight a monster. Maybe. You've arrived not a moment too soon. The blasphemy has been sighted on the coast. For a mercy, there are no reported casualties as of yet. Just the woman I was hoping to see. No sooner had we cast wide our net than a Confederate messenger was at our door. If you would join us, Lasho awaits our arrival at Onokoto. Nah, I was going to sit this one out actually. I've got some KFC to eat. You go on ahead though. Gotta feed all the hungry animals. I resemble that comment. I was thinking, why is she attacking other conscripts? Is it like an anger thing that they came home and her husband didn't? Maybe? Hello? Hear about the blasphemy, yes? Lord Hien and Yugiri should be arriving soon enough. Well now, that the noble Lord of Doma should come in person once again. Mayhap these blasphemies truly are a threat. Indeed they are, and I was told you and yours sighted our quarry quite recently. Aye, that we did. Near the islands of Shoal Rock. The beast appeared to be docile by all accounts, but appearances can be deceiving. If it is as you say, then this blasphemy has eyes only for former conscripts. Then we have naught to fear. I trust those we accepted into our care are still in yours at the Kienkin, enjoying the finest Doman hospitality? Anyway, I know not why it came to the Ruby Sea, nor why it remains idle, but if we act quickly, there is a chance we can take it unawares. I propose we divide our forces. If you're willing to go ashore, we'll take to a ship and circle about the islands. The first to find it will have the honour of the kill. Ha, a simple enough plan. Shall we be off to Shoal Rock then? Okay, what's gonna go wrong? Don't like this. I had thought we earned a reprieve from battle with the Imperial withdrawal, but it seems I was mistaken. So be it. I'll not suffer this monster to threaten us any longer. I can't imagine it will take long to deal with this creature once we corner it. Oh boy. Words spoken moments before disaster. Make ready, Melchan. Should we find the beast first, we must be prepared to strike at once. This is where the blasphemy was last sighted. If the fates are kind, this will all be over soon. It's only level 88 quest. Oh boy. Hi. Damn. Such speed. I doubt even my falcons could keep pace with it. Well, that went well. Ha. Don't tell me that's the blasphemy flying off into the distance. I hope the ill will it bore me in life might compel the beast to stay and fight. Perhaps less of Minato remains than I thought. Minato? That monstrosity was Minato? You knew her? Her family tried to flee to Hingashi during the occupation, but their ship was raided and sunk. When we happened upon the wreckage, she was huddled between her parents on a piece of flotsam, desperate to keep warm, but they had long since grown cold. We took her to Onokoro, where we nursed her back to health. Couldn't imagine what horrors she must have witnessed. The mere sight of our weapons was enough to make her start screaming. She was clearly unfit for our trade, so we sought a village that might take her in. Isari was that village. Several months later, I chanced to meet her on this very beach. She was in the company of a young Auri fisherman, and I knew at once she had found more than a home there. I saw them here many times after that. She found something comforting about this place, I think. According to reports from Razad Han, the memories and desires of those who turn can influence their behaviour as blasphemies. Then perhaps Minato's memories are what compelled the beast to come here. That would also explain its timid nature. Minato was never one for violence, and the sight of you, blade drawn, no doubt stirred what little of the woman remains in the monster. If that is the case, an assault on the Kyankan is unlikely, guarded as it is by our samurai. But how are we to fight an enemy so quick to flee at the first sign of danger? Robbed of her parents, her husband, and now her life. I would rather we didn't have to at all. But I understand full well the risk we take by doing nothing. If we catch sight of the blasphemy again, you'll be the first to know. Perhaps next time we can put her soul to rest. Jeez. We scarcely had time to draw our weapons ere it fled. Perhaps we must reconsider our approach. There is naught to do now but bide our time. Come, let us return to the Enclave. Poor thing. If the blasphemy fears to show itself, there is no telling how long it may take to track it down a second time. Given what we have learned, it seems likely that the blasphemy will return to Shoal Rock. But that knowledge will avail us naught if we cannot prevent it from escaping again. Uh-oh. Oh, feck. Who let her in here? Lord Hien, on behalf of the people of Asari, we are come with a request. We welcome you with open arms and open hearts. What is it you would ask of me? Those returned to us in the prisoner exchange have been granted shelter at the Kienkan. That they yet live is an affront to the Kami's grand design, and the spirits of our loved ones suffer for it. Balance must needs be restored, and so I beseech you to render them unto the goddess Izanami. No! Absolutely not. It is not our place to pray for the death of others, nor draw steel to Satan mere bloodlust. When I take a life, be it by command or my own hand, I do so not in service to vengeance, but to uphold my duty to Doma and her people. How did your mercy for Yotsuyu serve your duty? How were your people made better by the sight of her walking free? For her crimes and her cruelty, I cut her down the day we took Doma Castle. I sought to kill her, and by right she should have died then and there. But the Kami willed otherwise, and returned her to us alive and bereft of her memories. With no recollection of her deeds, it would have been Tsuyu who faced punishment, not Yotsuyu. This was my judgment, and for it you were denied the justice you deserved. You have every right to resent me. But you come before me and ask that I sacrifice men and women whose only crime was to suffer, and to be condemned to a life of servitude. If you truly believe your cause to be sacrosanct, believe yourselves fit to bear the burden and swing the sword, then step forward. Sophistry and lies. They were meant to die. The spirits demand it. Are these the words of the dead, or the living who yet mourn? Who's this? Him! Him! He's back! Ah! Him! Best uncle. Word of the Asari priestess and her gifts has spread far and wide, and I thought to see the truth of it myself. By coincidence, I crossed paths with a traveller, hailing from the selfsame village, who had a mind to return as well, but, alas, could not. And so he bid me deliver a missive in his stead. Him. Best boy. Judging by the striking resemblance, I take it you are the young fisher Akitsu. This is a letter from my father. He was severely wounded in battle, but expects to make a full recovery. Oops! She's a fraud! He's alive. But that would mean she's a fraud. Surely a woman of your talents can divine a plausible explanation for this turn of events? You shall pay for this contumely. My daughter will make certain of that. What a lovely person. Sorry, loud vehicle passing by. Apologies for the abrupt and otherwise unannounced arrival. As you can see, my Lord Hien, I am returned. Yay! Full glad am I for it. Thanks to your timely arrival, we have given the lie to Kisei's claims of preternatural powers. I gather you are apprised of recent events? Aye. It did not take long to learn the state of affairs here in Doma, and that my assistance may be required. I had heard tales of Kisei channeling the dead, including the father of one young fisherman. Imagine my surprise when I saw this spirit in the flesh. He was also on pilgrimage, paying respects to the departed, and we chanced to meet in a Liberation Front infirmary. Would that we were not brought back together under such circumstances, but I am glad to see you all hale and hearty. Hug! Where's my hug, Gosetsu QTE? Hug! I need to hug him. Hello? Oh, hello. Tonbo, is something the matter? I wish to apologize, Lord Hien. It was wrong of me to say the things I said. I understand nothing can bring back my father, but I was so angry. Please, Tonbo, you needn't apologize. It's just... my brother was always so brave, but father's death was more than he could bear, and it turned him into that monster. If he wasn't brave enough, what chance do I have? We wanted to perform the rites for father, but the body was never returned to us. So... not that I blame you for that, Lord Hien. I understand nothing could be done. That Akitsu's father survived is nothing short of a miracle, but I fear he is indeed the rare exception. I have offered prayers at more graves than I can count. It would be cruel to give others the false hope that their loved ones might return. And yet Kisei continues to do just that, offering comfort with her lies. A tempting but ephemeral balm for wounds that have yet to heal. Much like the anger some harbour for you, or resentment for the families restored while theirs remain broken. But for those like that poor boy whose hearts lack for hatred, who know only sadness and despair, aye, they too may turn. Exposing the truth of Kisei's deception hasn't helped matters. If we are to prevent more suffering, we must pursue a lasting solution. I would be most grateful for your counsel, Gosetsu. There is much I could learn from your pilgrimage. If there is aught you require, but say the word, and it shall be done. It is the least I can do for the part I played in Yotsuyu's tragedy. I failed her in the end, but I will not fail you, my lord. Thank you again for your aid, Mel-chan. The day's events have given me much to consider. When our next step is decided, you will be the first to know. Aww. Aww. I was hoping he would turn up again at some point. Oh, he walked off screen. I wanted to give him a hug. Aww. Okay, what was that word that she said? You shall pay for this contumely. I've never heard contumely. Contumely. It's an archaic word. Insolent or insulting language or treatment. Wow. Just gonna drink some water. Alright. 89. A singular gift. Yugiri's stern expression suggests she has no good news to share. Regrettably, there have been no sightings of the blasphemy since our first encounter at Shoal Rock. As Tansui surmised, it seems to fear confrontation. We, for our part, have tried to make good use of this intervening calm. Even now, Lord Hien and Gosetsu discuss how we might prevent other villagers from turning. If you would wait here a moment, he would no doubt wish to hear your thoughts on the matter. Mel-chan, so glad you could come. As Yugiri no doubt explained, the blasphemy continues to elude us, and so we have turned our attention to other matters we can and should address. After long discussions and much deliberation, we believe we have found a means to allay the growing malaise of our people. If you would, Gosetsu? The idea came to us after considering young Tonbo's remarks about his father, whose body was never found and returned to Doma. Others no doubt share in his melancholy, unable to bury and mourn their loved ones as is their right. Put simply, they cannot make peace with their loss. Their anguish, if left to linger, may consume them as well. That we might provide the people of Doma with comfort and closure, we will hold a national funeral at the Swallow's Compass. Those who choose to attend will be asked to present personal effects of the deceased they wish to be enshrined there. Oh, that's a good idea. Spirits reside in all things, be they living or inanimate, and though we may die, a part of us lives on in the items we cherished most in life. Therefore, in lieu of remains, these belongings will be afforded a place in the Royal Mausoleum, that the spirits of those lost to us may find their way home to Doma, and at last know peace. The announcement has already been made, and a great many people are now engaged in the difficult task of deciding which keepsake will serve as their offering. 'Tis not a decision to be made lightly, but I suspect they will have made up their minds by the time we go to collect their chosen tokens. I also hope to learn more about the departed from those willing to speak with me, for my benefit and for theirs. To break free of their sorrow, they must seek joy in the memories and the love they shared with the departed, and I will help them find it. Might the Liberator of Doma be willing to favour the people with her presence as well? I doubt not that they will appreciate the gesture. Good. Yugiri, I leave the people of Asadi to you. Gosetsu, might I ask you to... Apologies, my lord, but there is... A small, but most urgent matter I must first tend to. Very well, I shall not pry. Now, Mo-chan, let us go and pay a visit to the good people of Namai. Aww. Should have done this right after the hostages were returned. Yeah. Guess better late than never. Yeah. I guess with the war still going. But yeah. It's good they're finally doing it though. Right then, before we begin, I would remind you that you need only listen to the tales of their loved ones. As overseer of the ceremony, I see it as my duty to deliver their effects personally. Because of this, it is of the utmost importance that we keep clear of any beasts that might damage our cargo. It goes without saying how important it is that their offerings are delivered in pristine condition, and I will be no good to you in a fight while heavily encumbered. If stealth or flight are not options, I must ask that you fight for us both. But we needn't worry unless the occasion arises. For now, let us be off. Are we... I thought we were just going around Namai. Oh, we'll get our little Heian escort. I pray this ceremony helps them to find the closure they so rightfully deserve. My husband, my dear sweet Maloya, never returned from Garlemald, but perhaps now his soul might know peace. Please, take this painting brush to the Swallow's Compass. I shall handle it with the utmost care. Might we trouble you to tell us more about your husband? Maroya was a kind and gentle soul. There was nothing he loved more in the world than to create. That brush never left his side, not even when he tended the fields. Any spare moment was dedicated to his craft, and he produced the most wonderful vistas of Yangsha. It was his dream to take us to Kugane, where he would become a famous artist, until he was conscripted. In the early days, he would send drawings of the places they took him, though I know not how. But more time began to pass between each arrival, and then they stopped coming altogether. I know not in what far-flung land he died, but I pray it was as beautiful as his works. He sounds like quite a man, to hold fast to his art, even when forced to endure such hardship. His soul will find peace, of that I have no doubt. Oh, it's so beautiful. How many more are there? 2 more. Oh god, I don't know if I will survive. That was Maroya's favourite brush. Please do take good care of it. I must thank you again, Lord Heian, for this honour. My son would have been overjoyed to know that his katana would be enshrined at the Swallow's Compass. Nay, the honour is mine. I'm sure your son was a fine warrior. Aye, and so was I once upon a time. A samurai, as it happens, in service to your father when the Empire first invaded our lands. Though we were defeated, our spirits broken. My son Motasue was never one to lose hope. He was determined to follow in my footsteps, gave his everything to honing his skill with the blade. When I watched him train, I felt the pride I thought I'd forsaken swell in my breast, and I knew he would restore our family to its former glory. Alas. He could have fled, perhaps started life anew as a vagabond of some sort, but he bore the burden and fought for Garlemald, for fear of what the Imperials might do if he did not. 'Tis plain he was a loving son and a warrior true. I will care for his blade as if it were mine own, and see it given the honour and respect due a samurai of Doma. A samurai of Doma. Motasue would be so happy. Oh. These are beautiful. I kind of hope the role quests stop being so sad in the future, though. The Shadowbringers ones were so sad, and these ones are so sad. Oh no, it's the kid. Oh. I realise it's quite large, but I wanted to offer this on behalf of my brother and our father, Suzushiro. If you are willing, I would very much like to hear more about them both. My father, he was a carpenter. He was a good man, if a bit stubborn, always thinking about his work. The only time he ever seemed to enjoy himself was when he had a cup of sake in his hand. When my brother came of age, he took up the trade as well. It brought them closer. I'd see them laughing over drinks together, or listening in silence to the crickets singing under the moonlight. I wanted to join them one day. This was their favourite sake. I thought they might miss it. I'm sure it will taste all the sweeter having come from you. I realise no one can ever replace your brother or father, but if you will allow, I would be honoured to share drinks with you in their stead. When you are of age, of course. This should be everything. Would you join me for a short reprieve before our journey back? Thinking about my brother and father finding peace at the Swallow's Compass is comforting, like a weight has been lifted from my heart. Aww. They put on brave faces, but the people of Namai are still racked with grief. It is the same at every village I have visited in recent days. But it is only now that I am struck by the contradictory nature of my goals. Having joined the Eastern Alliance, and taken steps to revitalise the Enclave, I believed Doma was at last on the path to peace and prosperity. I still do. Yet by focusing so keenly on the future, I have neglected the past that yet haunts my people. even if they do not give in to despair and become beasts that plague our lands like poor Tonbo's brother? How are we to truly move forward if we are constantly looking back? You speak of their haunted pasts, Lord Hien, but what of yours? Is there not someone for whom you yourself still grieve? There's someone you still grieve for? Me? All things considered, I suppose it was only a matter of time before the subject was broached. Ha! She cuts to the heart of the matter, in the young lord. For the best, I should think, for he cannot lead by example if he has not yet made peace with his own past. Gesetsu. Yeah. 1,000 apologies, my lord. I was passing through, tending to the matters of which I spoke earlier, when I chanced to hear familiar voices in the distance. If I may be so bold, the people of Doma, one and all, understand the source of your pain. To lose your father in the turmoil of a failed rebellion, his staggering duty to the throne thrust upon you. Aye, how could you even begin to mourn, when first you had to lead? It would behoove you to take part in the funeral rites, my lord. Take this time to make peace with your past, while it is still yours to spend. Though unlikely, if not impossible, were you to become a monster as well, Doma would surely be lost. I thank you for your counsel, Gesetsu. But if I may ask, why is it you keep your blade at the ready? I thought this personal matter of yours to be naught but a trifle. Or am I mistaken? Well, I found the katana a superior tool for peeling persimmons. Speaking of which, I do believe my stomach begs for sustenance, if you will excuse me. Training. To help slay the blasphemy, no doubt. Fitting that he should offer me counsel, yet refuse to heed it in kind. He is not the warrior he once was, but he is wise, our obstinate friend. If I am to be perfectly honest, it frightens me to recall it, the moment it all came crashing down. We'd taken Doma Castle. Victory was ours. But then we looked out and saw the banners of the 12th Legion marching towards us, the Crown Prince at the fore. No sooner had Gesetsu and I escaped than we received word that Xenos had slain my father. I remember how the fight went out of Gesetsu in an instant, how he wept for his lord, while I felt the weight of the profound duty bear down upon my shoulders. Crushing, suffocating. The heat of my own breath, the chill of my clammy palms. But duty demanded I master my emotions. When all those around me, Gesetsu included, were consumed by anger and a thirst for vengeance, I had to be in control. Under my orders, we dispersed and fled to fight another day. To this day, I have not stopped to reflect on my father's death. How could I, devoted as I am to finding Doma's way forward? But now I must. And so, having taken you into my confidence, would you see this through with me to journey's end? Aww. The keepsake I would offer up for the funeral is hidden in a place not easily reached. We will have to fly there, I'm afraid, but worry not. My yo will ferry us. Just a moment. Still has the yo that he earned. The place we seek is Plum Spring in the mountains. Shall we? Yes. Let's go. Just a scenic flight. Up here. We came here for ninja quests, I think it was. My parents would bring me here for Hanami as a child. Its beauty and serenity was such that I could forget the realities of the occupation. Indeed, some of my fondest memories of family are here, which is precisely why I chose this place to conceal the singular gift my father bequeathed to me as a child. Aww. Charming, is it not? The great auspicious Kitty and Dashing, said to reside somewhere along the Dairyu chain. Yeah, I met him actually. I fought him. It was fun. In those days, anyone and everyone knew the tales of his prowess. Reckless boy that I was, I once even tried to seek him out, hoping he might help us. I buried it here shortly after my coming-of-age ceremony. It seemed a fitting place to part both with my childhood and offer a final goodbye to my mother. More a keepsake of mine than his, to be sure, but he was never a man of worldly possessions. Still, I suspect he would allow himself a rare smile if he were to see it again after all these years. And that is precisely how I wish to bid him farewell, with a smile. It should go without saying I would prefer it not become known that I kept this doll here. Wouldn't want the children to grow jealous now, would we? And with that, I believe it is time we return to the Enclave. Mum doesn't count? Well, it sounded like he, that's where he kind of bid farewell to his mother. But he hasn't done that for his father. The two of you were away for quite some time. Is everything all right? There are yet more villages to visit and offerings to collect, but preparations are proceeding apace. Soon the people will have one less cause to be tempted down the path of despair. Of course, there still remains the problem of the blasphemy. The former conscripts will remain at the Kiankan until it has been dealt with. We will slay the beast in due time, but before that, I would be honoured if you were present for the funeral rites. Pray speak with Yugiri when next you visit the Enclave, and she will tell you more of the proceedings. The final one, laid to rest. Yugiri's somber expression suggests you have arrived right on time. As ever, your timing is impeccable. We but moments ago completed preparations for the funeral. I will inform Lord Heian of your arrival. She survived the flight from Doma? Oh, did she? Okay. You're here. Excellent. The blasphemy continues to shun our settlements, and I mean to make the most of the time its absence affords us. I assume you are planning to take part in the ceremony? Glad to hear it. Unfortunately, Gosetsu will not be joining us today. Oh. He's injured himself, as I knew he would with his secret training, and now grumbles from the confines of his bed. But he will be fine in due course. We may worry over his convalescence after the funeral. Gosetsu! Silly, silly man. Ba-da-bum-bum. Oh, hi. It's an A rank. Uh-oh. Are you okay, Heian? You're glowing. There was a peculiar looking doll among the effects, but I can find no record of it in our stores. Would you happen to know who brought it? It was Heian. The villagers should arrive ere long. Then we may begin. Uh-oh. Oh, it's you. Lord Heian, Glare. I apologize, my lord, for my past transgressions. I yearned to believe my daughter was a Kami reborn, but you were right. She is a monster. Words can ill express my shame for advocating the conscripts be sacrificed to appease the dead. Nay, this ceremony shall serve far, far better. And so, as a humble citizen of Doma, I offer my deepest gratitude and beg for your forgiveness. I would make an offering on behalf of my husband and son, as well as my dear stepdaughter Minato. I throw myself on your mercy, Lord Heian. Allow them a place within the mausoleum, that their spirits may know peace. What brought this on? There is no need to beg forgiveness, Kisei. Please, rise. God, what a scumbag. Thank you, Yugiri. Thank you. She will come for you. By the Kami, she gave her life to draw out the blasphemy? Oh boy. Blasphemy is a nami. We're supposed to be having a sad funeral here. But I guess we can fight first. Stygian whale. Sounds pleasant. Ba-bum-ba-bum. It means to charge. No Chen, can you break its focus? Yes, thank you for reminding me I have an interrupt. I kind of forgot actually.
For you, Father.
Aww. Whoa. Oh, that's, oh, yep, that's multiple AoEs. Owie.
Concentrate.
A formidable foe indeed, but we will not be bested. I think we need a healer. Tegan, do you know how to heal? No? Okay. We should put a group in Party Finder for a healer. Oh god, my dots. Oops. I forgot how good this boss music theme is. This boss theme is. It readies to strike. On your guard. Okay. I told you we needed a healer. Gosetsu! You're not a healer, but we'll accept your help. Ooh. Apologies for the untimely arrival, my lord. Are you a healer, actually? Gosetsu, what is that staff? Pilgrimage proved a most enlightening experience. It is where I chanced to discover the benefits of ascetic training. I may no longer be fit to wield a blade, my lord, but Shugendo affords me another way to turn the tide of battle. Okay, turns out he's a healer now. That's awesome. Yay. I did not expect that at all, but that's awesome. Stubborn as ever. I shall have to thank you later. Let us put an end to this. Yep, NPCs can in fact change jobs. Yep, I did not expect that to happen, but oh, that was so cool and surprising. Yosetsu Everfall. We must discuss your change of vocation after dealing with the blasphemy.
For you, Father.
Protect Yosetsu! Yeah, we got the Stormblood theme. Ah, yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love this. I sent something amiss. Quickly to me. A test of my will and training both. Hold fast, everyone. Well done, Gosetsu. Now, I believe it is past time we put Minato's soul to rest.
We have a shinobi's power.
Laser beams! Left. Oh, yep. Oh god. I ran through everything. I'm okay, I think. Gosetsu adjust. Storm of blood. Whoop. Follow that stack marker.
Just but a scratch.
Interrupt. It's doing right, Cinderwing. I forgot how much I like Bard. Fun. Yeah, that was great how they swapped to the Stormblood music. Ah. Dun 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 dun. A deceiver to the bitter end. But she is still a daughter of Doma. She will have a proper burial, and her family's belongings enshrined with the others. Healers in the Japanese-inspired nation in Fire Emblem Fates had that motif as well, with the seals and cards. Ah, yeah, I'd like to learn more about that as well. I have gathered you here today not to speak of the future, but to reflect on the past, to pay respects to loved ones fallen on the field of battle. In honor of their sacrifices, these sons and daughters of Doma shall be given a place here at the Swallow's Compass. Though they no longer walk with us in life, they walk with us in spirit. Pray never forget their bravery, that the memories of their legacy give you comfort and strength. Roya Motokawa, the aspiring painter. He was a man who saw beauty in all things, and one day would have become a renowned artist in Kugane. Motosue Jito, the warrior in training. He longed to become a samurai like his father and bring honor to his family. Suzushiro Kurakumi, the carpenter. A man wholly dedicated to his craft, who hoped to one day pass on his talents to his two loving children. And lastly, Minato Shihogaki and her stepmother Kisei. Theirs was once a happiness to be envied. Minato's parents were murdered by Imperial soldiers, and after being rescued by the Confederacy, Minato was given into the care of the village of Isari. Though she arrived with a broken heart, it was soon mended by the man who would become her husband, the son of Kisei, who herself had been born to Isari on winds of tragedy. Kisei was a child of the deep, born in Sui no Sato. For her gifts she was exiled, but with her courage and tenacity found a new home on the shores of the Ruby Sea. She was a devoted wife and mother, and though not related by blood, she loved Minato as if she were their own. This is how she lived, how they all lived, and how they should be remembered. Let your heart swell not with sorrow, but with joy for their memory. Know that proof of their mark left on this world shall remain here, enshrined within the Swallow's Compass for all eternity. Let us still our voices, and in silence pray for their souls, that they may share in the peace we have found. You didn't mention your father. Aww. That was beautiful. Traditionally, the Royal Mausoleum is reserved for the ruling clans, but I have no doubt Lord Kyan would approve of his son's decision. Many tears were shed throughout the ceremony, not for grief, but for relief, I think. Happiness, even. Well, I certainly wasn't expecting battle with a blasphemy as a prelude to the ceremony. At least now we may breathe easy, if only for a short while. The villagers have all returned home, and I believe it is time we did the same. I am not yet well versed in healing magics, but thankfully it was enough to be of some use to Lord Hien. Yeah, you did well. I really like his staff. Very good motif. Never in my wildest dreams did I foresee Gosetsu embracing the aesthetic arts. When do we get Gosetsu as a trust NPC? We've held a national funeral and slain a blasphemy besides. A rather productive day, would you not agree? The former conscripts will be elated to finally return home. Speaking of returns, I think I speak for us all when I say your appearance at Swallow's Compass came as something of a shock. What of your injuries from training? Quite painful for some time, I assure you. Despite my best efforts to reclaim my former skills, my back and my hips vigorously protested. I planned to sleep, that I might be well rested for the morrow's hunt, but a voice called to me. I was needed, and so I grabbed my cane and ran as quickly as my ailing body would allow. The cane suits you, Gasetsu, but your mastery of healing magics was a sight to behold. Almost as surprising as your resurrection following the fall of Doma Castle. I am still but a novice in dire need of training. 'Tis my hope that I will be able to refine my ascetic arts during my next pilgrimage. Oh, stay with us. So you are leaving then? Worry not, Lord Heian. Should you find yourself in dire straits once more, I shall fly to your side. Not as a samurai, perhaps, but I will nonetheless give our enemies cause to tremble. And with that, I take my leave. No, don't leave! He's leaving. We just got him back. And the next time he comes back as a black mage. Though it may be years, if not decades, until we truly make peace with our past, we have turned a corner and begun to heal. We may look to a future unburdened by grief ignored and sadness denied. The path ahead is ever fraught with peril, but we shall walk it with eyes unclouded, and with pride. You have done so much for us, for Doma. I wish there was more I could do for you. Can I have a house in the Doman Enclave? If I may ask one last favour, before you leave, please inform a representative at Radzat Han that the blasphemy has been vanquished, and the people of Doma are safe. With any luck, our experiences here will prove useful to other nations that yet grapple with these beasts. Yeah, I love Gasetsu. Oh, I'm so glad we got to see him again. The people of Suino Sato will be relieved to hear of recent events. I wonder what Mother and Father would say. Safe travels, No-chan, and may the Kami bless you. That was really good. I love that I got to hang out with these characters again. Especially Gasetsu. Lady Melchan, you are returned. What word from Doma? The blasphemy is no more? That is most wonderful news. I must inform the other delegates at once. Thank you again for answering our summons. If another threat should rear its dastardly head, I pray we can count on your assistance again. Yay. Physical range DPS complete. More than loneliness. Aww. Thanks to you, the people of Doma have earned a short reprieve from the woes that befall our world. Should I find time to visit the Swallow's Compass, I shall keep you in my prayers as I pay respects. Aww. That was so lovely. That one felt kind of short. No, it has been 2.5 hours. Okay. And I have food waiting for me. Ah, next time. Emmerich! Get to hang out with Emmerich. I fear Ishgard has not been spared. A dread blasphemy has also appeared in our nation. One resembling a dragon. Oh! Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, we'll deal with that next time. That sounds... I kind of want to do that now. But I have food waiting for me. So... Not sure when I'll get to stream that. The servers are down tomorrow for a... it seems like a hotfix patch. Like a bug fix. I'm busy on Thursday. If I can squeeze in a stream on Wednesday, that would be a good time, but it's hard to tell if I'll be up for it. Otherwise, on Friday, I'll be doing my raid. Okay. I'm gonna send you all over to Sakura Tsubasa. She's still celebrating her birthday, and she's doing Skyward Sword Rando. So thank you all very much for watching. That was really good. I really enjoyed that one. I really love those characters. Just everything about Doma, I love. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya.